back into the green zone when you may be a bit dysregulated. And we left you with three articles to look at and websites related to those topics. And then The Awakened Family, which is a parenting book that we have in the library. All right, I am now going to hand over to Danny.
All right, thank you, Chris. I think with every session, it's always so good to just stop and take a moment to take some deep breaths. It's such a normal and natural thing, but it's so powerful when we actually consciously decide to take some deep breaths. So I found a great little GIF, and we're gonna breathe along with it, and we're gonna take 3 deep breaths together. Okay, here we go. All right. We're going to go ahead and get started right away. So I was reading through a couple of different articles, and I found this great research that was done by the McAfee company last year. And they sent out 1,000 or so surveys to parents with children in K through 12, and they identified 5 different types of difficulties that they faced with virtual learning. The first was keeping their children focused on schoolwork instead of on other online activities, establishing a daily routine, balancing household responsibilities and teaching, establishing a wake up and bedtime schedule, and finally balancing working from home and teaching. And some of you might be listening to this and being like, wow, I totally relate to all of them. Or it might be, oh, just a couple of those are standing out for me. And if you're thinking those things, then this session is going to be very helpful, I hope, for you. As we go along, I want to talk about the study space. And this might be very different depending on your situation and for every family. If you're just coming into Hanoi or if you have multiple children, this might be a very scarce commodity in your household. However, it is very, very important to have a study space for yourself and even for the children. So here's the first thing. Is there a designated area for your child or children to work at? How's the lighting in that space? It should be well lit. There should be either natural sunlight or a lamp to help them focus in that area. And then what about the different types of distractions? Is that designated space at a place where there's a lot of traffic in the house, where a lot of people go moving back and forth in that area? Or perhaps it's got a direct vision to a television that might be running throughout the day. And even more so, it could be distractions that are already on that study space itself, whether that could be stuffed animals, different toys, lots of different trinkets that they might get sidetracked while they are doing their distance learning. The next one is organized. This designated area should be organized, maintained, and well kept. So at the end of the day, there should be a decluttering of the things that they've used throughout the day and the things that they don't need anymore. So for example, for me, I'm a Post-it warrior. So I love using Post-it notes to take notes. And if I'm not decluttering that at the end of the day, I'll have a whole collage on my wall to paint what I've done throughout the year. And then the final one is personalizing. And so kind of giving ownership of that space, like, yes, this is my space and I have a little bit of control in this area. So whether that's decorating it with their own calendars, finding 1 or 2 inspirational quotes that they can put up. There's a power in association and recognizing different places, just kind of like I will never work on my bed, because when I start working on the bed, I'll start getting very tired and sleepy. If I am working at a place where I'm playing, I'll in my heart, I'll always constantly be distracted knowing, oh, but this is where I'm kind of resting and this is where I play, or this is where I do different things. And so there is power in association. So having this designated space and a little bit of ownership definitely helps kind of set things in stone. I'm going to move on to the next one. Back to school routines. What kind of routines have you set up for yourself or your children? And I think for myself personally, it was kind of a crazy start of the year, especially with transitioning into this place. So I kind of went with the flow, but I actually had to stop myself a couple of weeks ago and reevaluate the different things, even though I was feeling rushed and thinking about the different routines. So I had mentioned class schedule before, and I'm going to bring it up right now. Is there a class schedule, a weekly calendar that's put up somewhere that is visible? And if there isn't, perhaps you could sit down with your child and actually work through creating one. And we've actually attached one as a resource at the end. And highlight the breaks and times of rest clearly. What kind of morning routines do you have set up before the start of school? Are your kids just getting up, rushing through breakfast, and then hopping onto Zoom? Or is there a process that helps them kind of get into the zone before school starts? What about homework and activity routines? Is just kind of as soon as school ends, you have an hour to finish, or do you have a routine that kind of leads up to it? School ends, they get 1 or 2 hours of break, and then they can start doing their homework. But one thing I do want to mention with this is I would not recommend saying, hey, if you finish your homework, then you get to play, because what happens when that kind of reward happens is the kids will start trying to rush through their work and feeling like it's a reward that if they don't get it, then it causes more backlash. So having a steady routine kind of gets that natural course of completing the things that they need to, and then transitioning into whatever they need to get to throughout the day. And the final one is bedtime routine, just kind of like the morning routine. What kind of routines do you have set up that leads up to bedtime and sleep? Kids should not be using devices right before they're going to bed, but should be disengaged 1 or 2 hours before they are going into bed. Helps their brain calm down and relax so that they can get a good night's of sleep. So what kind of routines do you have set up that leads up to bedtime? Here is the last one, modeling and voicing expectations. And so how often do children interpret our communications the way we intend them? And so for me, when I first started teaching, I learned this the hard way when the teacher was observing me. And I had looked at a kid and kind of said, hey, you got to focus. And so at the end of the class, my mentor kind of pulled me aside and said, when you say you need to focus, how do you know that the kid follows up to your expectation, understands what you are saying when you say you need to focus? So your child may understand the words you're using, but may not know the expectations in that specific situation. And so I've created a little bit more examples on the next slide. Oh yeah, that's a good picture to kind of talk about it a little more. And so I would often say in my early days of teaching, like, don't get distracted, you need to focus. And then the question would be, what does being distracted or focused actually look like? What are your expectations around that? And how can you communicate that clearer? And so if you actually observe different teachers, and I think Chris and Josh will because that's the only people I see right now, will be able to relate. A lot of teachers won't say, hey, you need to focus. They'll actually ask a different question. They'll say, how do I know you're listening to me? Or they'll be specifically pointing out, when you are doing this, when you're doing that, it tells me that you're not listening to me. So that the children have a clear idea of, okay, this is what's going on. And if that's not the case, you can model this. Well, when you are tapping your hands or when you are looking at your phone while the teacher's talking on Zoom, it tells me that you're not listening. And then you can model that. I can use my eyes to watch the camera and the teacher while I'm speaking. I can point my body and my hands would be free of distractions and I can be looking at the teacher. And that would be a great way for me to show that I am listening to my teacher. So you can model and voice those expectations for your children. And that goes the same for, hey, listen to what your teacher tells you if you do observe that your child is falling out of distraction while they're doing distance learning. What does listening and not listening look like to you? And how can you model this to your child? And so for sure enough, I can guarantee that if you ask your kid, how do I know you're an effective listener? They'll be able to list the different things of what an effective listener does look like. And so that's a great start to get that conversation going. And so I pulled this quote out from one of my favorite books called The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. And it's just, change might not be fast and it isn't always easy, but with time and effort, almost any habit can be reshaped. And this school year has been unprecedented by any other school years that we've started for most of us. And so the different types of routines, different types of situations might have called us to start in different ways. And some of you might have succeeded greatly in setting the proper routines up. But if there hasn't, change won't happen right away, but any habit can be reshaped. And any type of routine that does set up kids for success at school and for parents to get that rhythm going at home as well. As I kind of end my session, I always like to end with Calvin and Hobbes, because I love Calvin and Hobbes. And so here's a little comic strip. And so we hope that this session was a little bit more informative. They're just quick tips and strategies to get you to think about the different routines that you have in place at home, especially around distance learning. And so, am I going to go through the homework, Chris? Is that okay? Or
Yes.
okay. So until we meet again, here are some homework goals and intentions that you can start to think about. Examine the study area your child is in during distance learning, especially like think about the traffic that's involved, think about their workspace and the clutter that there is, or the different distractions that may be there while they are learning. If you don't have a schedule for your child or children, especially calendar for distance learning, you can try creating one with them and going through the different list of what they have to do when, and then also highlighting the different types of breaks that are involved. And so for your resources, here's the first one, which is setting up a study space for your child. That kind of goes a little bit more into detail of the different things that you can do. And then a back to school routine, why it's important, and how that helps children, especially to thrive, having those types of routines. And then if you don't have a calendar, if you don't want to make one, we've also linked a digital calendar that you can use that kind of follows the UNIS school academic calendar right now, academic daily calendar right now for you. And so that is it. Sorry, I just speak really fast. And so if you have any questions, you can populate them in the chat, or you can just unmute yourself and then go ahead and say and ask. That's it.
Thanks, Danny.